Ready for a whirlwind tour of relentless adrenaline and nail-biting suspense? Fasten your seatbelts as we dive into a world where danger lurks around every corner and heroes are born in the face of adversity. From heart-stopping fight sequences to audacious stunts that defy gravity, action movies never fail to captivate us. Today, we're about to embark on a journey to dissect, or critique 5 of the most renowned action films on the global stage. 1. Mad Max, Fury Road, 2015. In a parched, post-apocalyptic wasteland, George Miller brings back his iconic road warrior in the visceral spectacle that is Mad Max, Fury Road. Devoid of any unnecessary exposition, the film doesn't just step on the gas, it welds its foot to the accelerator. With Tom Hardy donning the titular role and Charlize Theron as the fierce Furiosa, the film elevates vehicular mayhem to an art form. The color palette is daring and inventive, mirroring the harsh realities of the dystopian world the characters inhabit. The furious orchestration of sight and sound, the remarkable production design, and the seamless blend of practical and CGI effects create a relentless symphony of chaos and beauty. It's not just action for action's sake, there's a story beneath the grid, one of rebellion, redemption, and survival. Miller's direction is exceptional. He reframes the narrative of the action movie as not just a macho ballet, but one where female characters play just as vital a role. Theron's Furiosa is no damsel in distress, but a hero with agency and determination. The stunts are breathtaking, real, and dangerously beautiful, the kind of raw action that leaves audiences white-knuckled on the edges of their seats. However, if character development and intricate plotting are what you're after, you might find the film lacking. Fury Road thrives on its momentum, its wild spectacle. It's a visual feast, a high-octane chase that barely gives you a moment to breathe, let alone ponder over character arcs. In conclusion, Mad Max, Fury Road is an exercise in organized chaos, a sensory overload that showcases the power of visual storytelling while questioning and transcending traditional gender roles in action cinema. It's loud, it's fiery, and it's a full-throttle masterpiece that laughs in the face of convention. But remember, this is an action film that insists on showing rather than telling. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. 2. Die Hard, 1988. Die Hard isn't just an action movie, it's the action movie. It's the film that gave us John McClane, the archetype for the everyman action hero, and it's one of the most enduring and influential entries in the genre. Directed by John McTiernan and featuring Bruce Willis in his star-making role, Die Hard broke the mold, pivoting away from the invincible action heroes of the 80s to a protagonist who's relatable, vulnerable, yet resourceful. Set almost entirely in a single location, the Nakatomi Plaza, the film masterfully utilizes its confined setting to amplify the suspense and create an intricate game of cat and mouse. Willis McClane is just a regular cop caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, making his battles against Alan Rickman's sophisticated villain, Hans Gruber, all the more compelling. Willis' portrayal of McClane, who gets bruised, battered, but never bows, is an embodiment of grit and wit. However, while the action sequences are breathtaking and innovative, what truly sets Die Hard apart is its attention to character development and story. It's an action film that takes time to establish its characters and their motivations, which makes the audience invest more in the outcome. The dynamic between McClane and Gruber is electric, and their antagonistic relationship is arguably one of the best in action cinema history. Die Hard isn't without its flaws. Some characters verge on being cartoonish, and a few plot elements strain credulity. But these are minor quibbles in an otherwise stellar film. Plus, some may argue that the very elements that feel over the top simply add to the movie's charm. In conclusion, Die Hard is a testament to the power of a well-told story, interesting characters, and well-executed action. It's not just a film, but a standard against which all other action films are, often unfairly, measured. It's a thrilling, high-stakes, explosive spectacle, grounded by its compelling characters and Willis' charismatic performance. The real question is not whether Die Hard is a great action film, it's whether other action films can live up to Die Hard. 3. The Dark Knight, 2008. Welcome to Gotham City, a place riddled with crime and corruption, a place in desperate need of a savior. Enter Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, a film that redefined not just the superhero genre but also the expectations of what an action movie can achieve. This is not a simple tale of good versus evil, it's a complex narrative that delves into the heart of morality, the nature of heroism, and the thin line that separates the two. Christian Bale returns as the titular Dark Knight, but the real scene stealer is Heath Ledger's haunting and unforgettable performance as the Joker. Ledger brings an anarchic, menacing, and terrifyingly unpredictable portrayal that elevates the Joker from mere villain to an embodiment of chaos. He's not just a character but a force of nature that disrupts the order of Gotham City. Nolan's Gotham is a dark, grim reflection of our society, and the action in the film underscores this. The film's action sequences are meticulously choreographed and executed, creating a palpable tension that keeps you on the edge of your seat. The now iconic truck flipping sequence is a testament to Nolan's preference for practical effects over CGI, lending an authenticity and groundedness to the film's larger-than-life narrative. However, The Dark Knight is not just about spectacle. It weaves a complex web of narrative threads that deal with themes of sacrifice, morality, and the fragility of heroism. The film's climax, centered around a moral dilemma involving two fairies, is as much a battle of ideologies as it is a physical confrontation. Yet, despite its epic scope, The Dark Knight does have its flaws. Some may find the film's grim tone overly oppressive, and there are moments when the plot's complexity threatens to spiral out of control. Moreover, some characters, like Aaron Eckhart's Harvey Dent, could have used a bit more development. In conclusion, The Dark Knight is a masterclass in filmmaking, a superhero movie that transcends its genre to deliver a cinematic experience that's as thought-provoking as it is thrilling. With unforgettable performances, breathtaking action sequences, and a layered narrative that dares to dive deep into the heart of darkness. The Dark Knight is a shining beacon in the realm of action cinema. It's not just a film, but a reflection of society's fears and hopes, and a testament to how far the genre can stretch. It's not perfect, but it's close enough to be considered a masterpiece. 4. The Raid, 2011. Gareth Evans' The Raid is not just an action movie, it's a relentless onslaught of adrenaline-fueled, bone-crunching violence that pushes the genre to its visceral extreme. Set within the claustrophobic confines of a rundown apartment building teeming with ruthless criminals, the film takes the simple premise of a police raid gone wrong and turns it into a ballet of brutality and survival. The standout feature of The Raid is its action. Utilizing the Indonesian martial art of pencak silat, the fight scenes are a frenzy of lightning-quick strikes, intricate choreography, and jaw-dropping stunts. Every punch, kick, and broken bone is felt, thanks to the brutal realism infused into each combat sequence. This is action in its rawest form, stripped of any glamour or unnecessary embellishments. Iko Uwais as the rookie cop Rama is the heart of the film, delivering a performance that blends physical prowess with emotional intensity. However, the narrative is simple, the plot threadbare. The Raid doesn't invest in complex character development or intricate storylines, it's all about the action, the thrill of the fight. And in that arena, it triumphs. However, the film's relentless focus on action can also be its downfall. The lack of a strong narrative and well-developed characters might leave those seeking a deeper story unfulfilled. Similarly, the relentless violence and bloodshed might not appeal to everyone's taste. The film's minimalistic approach to storytelling is a double-edged sword, creating a lean, exhilarating experience for some, while others might yearn for more substance amidst the spectacle. In conclusion, The Raid is a masterclass in action choreography, delivering a visceral thrill ride that will leave you breathless. It strips the genre down to its bare essentials: fight, survive, advance. While it might lack in narrative depth, it more than makes up for it in raw, kinetic energy. It's not for the faint of heart, but for those seeking an unrelenting ballet of brutality, The Raid is hard to beat. 5. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991. Welcome to the future. Or rather, James Cameron's vision of it in Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This is not just an action movie, it's a technological marvel, a film that pushed the boundaries of what was possible in cinematic storytelling. With its groundbreaking special effects, visceral action sequences, and a story that blends sci-fi with heart-pounding thrill, T2 is an enduring classic in the pantheon of action cinema. Arnold Schwarzenegger returns as the eponymous Terminator, but with a twist. This time, he's the protector, not the predator. His iconic portrayal of the cyborg with a mission is a blend of stoicism, dry humor, and physical prowess. Linda Hamilton's Sarah Connor undergoes a transformation from the first film, evolving into a hardened warrior whose determination is as unyielding as her vulnerability is palpable. But it's Robert Patrick's T-1000, a liquid metal assassin, that truly steals the show, with its chilling demeanor and relentless pursuit. Cameron masterfully directs the action, injecting tension and stakes into every sequence. The chase scenes are exhilarating, the combat sequences brutal, and the climax, set in a steel mill, is a fiery spectacle of man versus machine. Terminator 2 is not just about action, it's about spectacle. And at the heart of this spectacle is cutting-edge CGI, which, despite the passing of decades, still holds up remarkably well. Yet, beneath the explosive exterior, Terminator 2 boasts a poignant exploration of humanity and destiny. The relationship between the Terminator and John Connor is surprisingly touching, lending a soul to the metallic skeleton of the film. And the overarching theme of a doomed future and the desperate fight to prevent it gives the film a weight that elevates it beyond a typical action flick. However, Terminator 2 is not without its flaws. The pacing can be uneven, with the middle section dragging somewhat. And while the film's special effects were groundbreaking at the time, some may find them dated compared to today's standards. In conclusion, Terminator 2: Judgment Day is a thrilling fusion of sci-fi and action, a film that balances spectacle with narrative, and technology with heart. It's a testament to Cameron's vision and storytelling prowess, a film that not only stands the test of time but also shapes the future of its genre. Whether you're a fan of action, sci-fi, or cinema in general, Terminator 2 is an essential entry in your viewing list. It's not just a movie, it's a statement, a monument of cinematic achievement that refuses to be terminated.